What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are talking about EA revising projected 2019 earnings following poor Battlefield 5 sales. Get woke, go broke. Now, shout out to Tim Pool for making me aware of this article over on his channel, and Tim Pool is awesome, so if you're not aware of Tim, you need to be because Tim is great. So shout out to him for making me aware of this. So, although Battlefield 5 has hardly performed on the comparable level to Titanfall 2, which some analysts were predicting ahead of its launch, first of all, moment of silence for Titanfall 2. I still can't understand why Titanfall 2 wasn't a better performer. Titanfall 2 is one of my favorite games ever. I love Titanfall 2. I love Titanfall 1. I'm a mega Titanfall fan, and that's a different topic for a different day, but rest in peace to Titanfall 2 and the terrible sales. So sad. Anyway, Battlefield 5 sales have certainly been below EA's expectations. The company has now given the first indication of just how far below expectations they were. A revision to their financial year 2019 revenue projections. All told, the revision factors in a drop of around $350 million. That is $350 million. Good job, EA. Great job on that one. Battlefield 5 sales behind lower EA earnings for the 2019 financial year. Battlefield 5's launch has been troubled, to say the least. After the release was postponed by 1 month, EA avoided launching the game in between Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and Red Dead Redemption 2. The situation where analysts drew a comparison between the game and Titanfall 2's nevertheless, I know I'm reading so fast, I'm sorry. It released during a very crowded and competitive launch window. In addition, EA's reputation among gamers is far from being positive at present, a situation not helped by a number of controversies prior to the game's launch. Some of these were driven by misogynistic rhetoric online, but others were certainly more justified, such as gamers' belief that games was releasing in an unfinished. That game was released in an unfinished state. Indeed, many of the game's major modes aren't coming out until March of next year. Well, that's EA's calling card of releasing a half-made game for full price, making you pay full price, and then waiting for the rest to come out, and then charging you overpriced DLC. That EA's been doing that for a long time. That is not shocking at all. All of these conditions combined to cause Battlefield 5 sales to drop below projections at launch. While the game's release hasn't been necessarily a failure, indeed, official review scores have been largely positive. Well, of course they have, but you can't trust reviewers at this point, at this particular time. You can't trust reviewers as a whole. You can find individual reviewers that you trust, but you cannot trust reviewers as a whole because they are so politically driven right now that I can't take a collection, a cumulative of reviews seriously. I just can't do it. Not anymore. There is too much wokeness in the critical media. Too much. Anyway, the sales are much lower than EA was hoping for. As such, EA has now revised their projected revenue for the 2019 financial year. As initially reported by Seeking Alpha, previously the company had projected earnings of $5.5 billion, but that figure now stands at $5.2. So basically, what we're dealing with, and I apologize, I have a cold. What we are dealing with is a get woke, go broke situation. When are companies going to learn? When? When are you going to learn that insulting your customer base is not going to help you sell products? Don't like it, don't buy it. That did not work. On no planet does that work. What are you talking about? What is wrong with you? This is what happens when you put male feminists in charge of a company. Male feminists only care about projecting. They only care about acting like they care about social issues. They don't give a shit. These are people that are constantly manipulating the bottom line just so they can take vacations with their side chicks, just so they can sneak hookers into their hotel rooms. These people are horrible people, and they're who you're putting in charge of your company. And then you get shocked when they actually don't care about the things they preach about. My goodness. But that's where we're at with this. That's where we're at. Battlefield 5, a complete and total disaster. Why? Why? Because they were trying to push a political agenda into it. A political agenda that they don't care about. Any man that gets online and actively talks about how much he respects women and how much he's looking to get representation, the more they say it, the more they don't care about it. I guarantee you they are sitting around with their boys talking shit about women just like every guy does. Just like every woman sits around and talks shit about men. Because this is how human beings operate. So when you have a grown-ass man getting on social media or standing up in front of an audience and talking about how much he respects women. I respect women and we really want representation. No, you don't. You are trying to get laid. That is your mission in life, and you're a male feminist, and you're trying to act like a nice guy that cares about the women when you don't. That is what this comes down to. Anyway, all you had to do was make a video game that your fans wanted. That's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. Make a game that your fans wanted and leave the political nonsense out of it. That's all you had to do. But you went here, and this is what you got. And now you've lost $350 million, and I believe that figure will continue to go up and up and up because get woke, go broke is a real thing. So anyway, you guys have a great day. We will talk to you later.